cloud. Okay. So now recording is started. Just first Docker installation. docker, Docker for Windows, something you type. Docker, docker, Docker for Windows. Yeah, it has come. Uh, yeah, Docker's on Windows, for Windows. Yeah. Everyone parallelly try to do. Yeah, install Docker desktops to Windows. Yeah. Just select that and install the version. Docker desktop for Windows. See, what is the thing is, it's like a VMware. If in your college what you are doing, yeah, somewhere you will see it's getting downloaded, I think so. So what is Docker? See, previously they were using VMware. Today, Docker is something like, it is highly used in the companies to make a version where you do something in the development, the same environment can be put through Docker to the production test environment. It's a DevOps concept, so you need not to worry. So what happens, this is a more innovative way where all your dependencies, everything would be there. It's a proper suit to move this, whatever you have done with the data, everything can be moved to different environment. You have done the coding in the what to say, in your dev environment, then it can be moved to the testing environment, then prod environment. Previously there were a lot of issue, your software was breaking because of environment stuff, lot of stuff. So Docker they have done to do that. So we are utilizing this because directly installing through PyCharm, because some laptops will work because of dependencies, some will not work. There are a lot of configuration issues will happen. So this is more easier way. Okay. So next thing is, I will just everyone parallelly try to do that. This will take some time. After that, let me just open one file, C drive, desktop. It is C, which drive? Documents, applications, Spark. Okay. And I will share you parallelly one YouTube video. Open that YouTube video because I had seen that YouTube video and I had followed. I have said so. Just install that Docker. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now, next thing, what is it audible, right? 1 minute. Okay. Configuration. Yeah. Okay. You can do it. Okay. Hello. Am I audible? Okay. Yeah. You can do okay if it is installed. Next, I'll send you one file now. Computer, C drive, Spark. Yeah, what happened? You can share the screen. Everyone parallelly do it. Try to install the desktop, so it is easy. So this is the most easiest way. Is it Anga or something? Okay, it's still installing. Okay, okay, got it. I think it's installing doc. Okay, okay, yeah. Next, after installing, everyone try to create a folder after users in the same way. Okay. So rather than everyone doing in some other way, you will have users. From users, you create a folder with this name, because we will run with the same name because I have a compose file. I'll tell you. So create this whatever name you see, Joseph. After that, inside that you create documents, you create application, you create Spark. So this yeah, this is the way you have to do Spark. Yeah, correct. So steps should be in the similar way. Install Docker desktop app, install Docker desktop application. That is the first point that you are doing. Next is create a new folder. Create a new folder on your system. What is the new folder on your system? You can create anything, but let us create the same thing, because in the YAML file also I have done. I don't want for it is working for one not working. So let us keep in a simple way. Okay. So you can create this folder. So create this folder in your system. Okay, this is the second step. After the second step, place the file. Already I have given that file, docker.compose.yaml file. Yeah, already given file. Place the file. Where you have to place? In the Spark folder. In the Spark folder, which was created recently. This is the third step. After this, run the file using the command. Means you have to go to the command prompt, go to that folder. Let me go in my system, cmd command, cd documents, cd documents, doc applications spark. Okay, so you go here. Can I paste this screenshot? Okay, so after placing the fourth step, I'm giving points, and also I have shown you run the file using the command docker compose up. That means here doc care docker, what is the name, docker compose up, docker dash compose dot will also show, not worry, but I am also giving the points. The fourth step is run the, after going to that path, run this file using command, run the file using the command docker compose up, using the command docker docker. Let me copy that exact command. Command docker compose up. That is the fourth point. And fifth point, open the URL. I will tell you. You will have a URL. Open the URL. Which URL? This URL. Fifth point would be open the URL. That's all we have to do. If someone is able to install, you can try this. Again, we will see that the same thing. It's a very easy version. We are not in the Docker. We will get the Spark image. Okay, that how we are doing, just we have automated it. Manually also you can download the Docker desktop, Docker Spark image, get that Spark into the Docker, then you run lot of files. That we have automated already in the YAML file. Okay, so you have to just do this activity, remaining is taken care. It's still installing. If your system is slow, just copy all those points so that everyone can see whatever in the notepad. Yeah. It's better to close and restart. It's better you do and connect. Am I not audible? uh, I think I am audible. Am I audible? Audible, right? Yeah, okay. So people just follow these steps, whatever, step by step, or else just wait, let us do parallelly. So if it's not audible for you, just check your things, Avinash. For others, it's audible. This is simple. This is a way I've done. I've also not done with PyCharm and all, because once I tried, it had some issues, so I didn't scratch my head much. There are different ways of installing. But with this, you also learn Docker, because yeah, for one of the performance tuning, like I had used Docker to get the Spark image and all. We will see that. Okay, guys are trying, or if someone has tried that, they can share the screen. Where is the person? Like, still taking time. By the time he comes, let me try to just run through the PPTs, okay, of the Spark. Now I had sent this to the team to rename and all. It's okay. So main is information. I can anyhow I can send you, like okay. There are some of the seminars which I usually attend. Okay, okay. Audible, right? Yeah. If he has come, he can share the screen. I'm just waiting for that person, or some other person want to share. He has completed restart and all, so he can also share the screen. Without restarting, I don't want, again it will create some trouble. Okay, let us wait for that guy. If that guy comes, so let us complete that, because it's very important. Without practicing, there is no point. And Spark is easy, as I have told. Mainly Spark working already we have seen. The same way I have couple of other things, like how to write a case function, different functions. Same thing of SQL follows, and Pythonic way. I have to show how to import the file, CSV file, JSON file, those kind of things. So main thing what happens is all this architectural things. Okay. So you already know, like I've shared the screen. I hope you are able to listen. You have already know that, like Spark, as soon as I tell Spark is a RDD. RDD means everything is RDDs. The full form of RDD is resilient data, distributed data. Always data is distributed, because one data is not one data. It splits into multiple data and goes to different engine, different clusters. That's the beauty of Spark. Okay, we write local master one, right? Means I am not having multiple engines. In my local laptop, I have only one laptop I am doing. But usually in the organization, it will have 100, 500, thousands of nodes. Nodes means computer CPU where it breaks. That's the beauty of Spark. No other engine is so distributed, so data processing. It is inspired by pandas. It has just taken the concept of data frames. There are other things also to explore in data in pandas. It has taken those concepts, but it has evolved more. Like the more data came, what is the best way? Because if you go to the history, the big data has defeated supercomputer. Supercomputer worked on vertical scaling. Vertical scaling means single hardware. You start upgrading that. It always fails. You know, you have a system. You start updating that. As he come, I didn't observe his name. If you have come, you can share the screen. We can. Sir, I have completed the, but give an error. Can I? Share your screen. What is the error? So the problem is I am also not installation engineer. So we work as a developer architect. It's an infra thing. Installation and all. So let us see if it is a simple thing. Docker installation should not give any issues, because it's just an installation. Yeah, I have to stop sharing the screen. Stop share. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any error? No error, right? Docker engine has stopped. Okay. Let us see this. Okay, what we will do is follow our second step. What is our second step? Second step is create a new folder. Yeah, good. You have done. Then you have to reset 1 minute. Docker desktop unexpected and unexpected error while executing WS. Common cause include access right issue. There is some access right issue which occur after waking the computer, not being connected to your. Okay. Please try shutting WSL or rebooting. Did you reboot your computer? That's why that guy rebooted. It is telling in the second thing. It is telling it requires some WSL. You try rebooting the computer. Will need reinstalled last resort, because it asks, right? Just try to reinstall your reboot your system. Quit and reboot. Everyone are, yeah, reboot, restart, yeah. So you will get disconnected, you can just check and connect again. Others also, please try. Let us finish the installation, because it's not so difficult, because I am giving something like a VM where you need not to worry about dependency. Install the Docker, reboot the Docker, or else you will get that WSL error. Okay, so once you do that, let us follow couple of steps. It should be very easy, so that you can start working on the Spark, and you have to work on Spark. People who have downloaded, installed Docker and reinstalled and no error can share their screen, so that we can go ahead and do the second step. Is it no error right now? Okay, you can share the screen, Avinash. So everyone should reboot. It's okay, you reboot and can connect. Let us complete the installation in the class itself, rather than scratching our head into. Or did you reboot it? Same error is coming. Just do reset of that. Reset something. Yeah. The factory reset has completed successfully. Just open it now. Starting the Docker engine is the underlying technology that runs containers. Okay, skip this. Okay, so let us not worry about this. Let us go to the second step. What you see, just, it's okay, quit. We will see that after some time whether doing other things will work. So try to create a folder. Now go to your C drive, users, go to C drive, users. Here create that folder, like one by one. The name I have given, right? I have just sent in a chat, like just see the point. Okay. What I'll do, I'll again send that second step. Okay, so I've sent you. Okay, so what you do is, I've just chatted there. Can you see the chat? Inside that, create documents. Just copy paste rather than typing it, because it's capital. You just copy paste, because later it will throw an error. No. Just see, only D capital, remaining are small in documents. Inside that application, A capital, remaining are small. Inside that Spark, again Spark capital, SPARK. Just check whether you have all read, write, execute access for the folder. I think right click folder, properties, somewhere it will be there. Go to the properties, go to the advanced, bottom you have advanced. You should have somewhere folder, advanced, read, write, execute, somewhere it will be there, right? Let me check quickly where it will be in the folder. If you go to the folder, where it will be, folders is ready for archive. It will be in security actually, in the folder. Go to the security, third, there only, right click, properties, security, third tab. There full control you have to give. To change the permission, click edit. Give, select allow. For all the folder you do, read, write, execute. I think you have to do apply. Yeah. Just check. Because obviously you should have all permission. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The same way, go to the previous folders. All the folders what you created, you try to do. Above edit is there. There only, right side. Yeah. Apply. Just check again. It's okay. Full control is there. Okay. Everyone be careful. Okay, so these things I also did some R&D. I have forgotten when I was troubleshooting, because I also checked somewhere and did this. Just check users also, yeah. Okay, so when second point is done, third point was, let me send that file. You have to place that file. I've sent that file. You place this file in the Spark. Just download the Docker Compose YAML file. Yeah. If it's already exists file, yes, okay, replace, not a problem. Anyway, is fine. Keep that in the Spark. Users, inside users, whatever the last folder you have created, go inside. Yeah, keep that file here. Just right click and open in Notepad++. Do you have Notepad++? Or open with Notepad, whatever you have. Just let us see it, what we have. Open with should be there. Top one, first one. Right click, first one, open with. Okay, actually it has to show open with. Or open with PyCharm also it will happen, I think so. Just, okay, yeah, more apply, correct. Notepad, yeah. So I have just here directly given image. When we run this in the command prompt, see, always in the Docker, you have to add manually the image. Jupyter Allspark notebook, can you see, right? Now it downloads from the internet and your C drive, whatever, already we have created the same folder, documents, applications, Spark. So here, this whatever user internally in the Docker, Om Javian. what you are saying, it becomes like that, your folder inside the Docker. Okay, so if you give some other folder name, you have to change here also. Rather than complicating, I've just given the same folder name and created the same folder. So inside Spark, PySpark data also I think we have to create. If you see, there is a PySpark data. Actually, I think like you have to create PySpark data also. Okay, create one folder after Spark, copy paste that PySpark data. Not that, see the C drive last, come to the C drive after Spark. Last, you see last after Spark PySpark data, open it. Yeah, open this notepad. Yeah, so in the C drive, whatever, in the volumes, just see after Spark what it is there. PySpark data. We have missed that folder to be created. It is looking, just copy that name and create a new folder in your after Spark, only PySpark data. Yes, and create that folder, because we have missed this. If you see, it's a simple thing, like it is trying to have that volume, I think it's here only, it is fine. Here only, just create one folder PySpark data. Let us see. Actually, it seems like that has to be inside that. But when I look my PySpark, it's small. You copy paste it. Just copy paste the same thing. Rename and it is small. What is the name? One minute, let me check mine. See, it is, I'll rename and send it. PySpark dash data. You just copy paste, that's why. It is PySpark dash data. Or else you just do that. And okay, you just rename. You give rename and do dash. But logically what you said is correct. Docker should be inside that, but in my laptop I see Docker compose file in Spark only. So let us see that, not a problem. Okay, so it might work. So now you have completed the second step. Okay, what is the third step I have given? Third step was Docker compose YAML in the Spark folder which was created recently. Okay. Fourth step is run the Docker compose file. Okay, run the file using the command. So that means, let me share you the screenshot. You have to go to the command prompt. Okay, just open the chat. You will see that. Go to that directory. You open my this one. Yeah. If you see, you have to go there. You have to go to cd dash dash, go to one folder below. Just open your command prompt. We'll see. CMD in the search. Yeah, whatever. So cd, go back one. That means cd space dot dot. You have to go to user. Give the command cd space dash dash. Okay, there only cd space small. I have also sent a chat, you can observe. Space dot dot. Space, give space. Space means what, tab, whatever, or copy paste whatever I have sent. Yeah, dot dot. If you have given space, means it goes to the previous directory, that's all. Yeah, enter. Yeah, so now you create means you go to that folder. That means go give cd in that image. It's shows directly, or I will just give you wait directly. I'll give you that command, copy paste. So you have to just copy paste it. Copy paste. So Yeah, you can copy paste. So others, please copy in your notepad, so all these things will be handy. Copy paste, that's all, whatever I have said from the chat here. Remove that CD. Okay, remove everything and again do just paste. Remove everything, no problem. Backspace is not working. Okay, enter, just enter. Now you do that. Copy paste. CD you have missed. Enter, again you copy from the whatever and paste it, that's all. Enter. Wait, enter. After this, you just have to, again one more command I'll give. Wait. You have to do this. What system cannot find path specified? It's that path is there, right? Or some other, that's why I told you to rename by copying. You had typed some letter you would have missed. Just cross check. See, you have user. Two things are there. Okay. Go back. You have see the top. User. What I have given doesn't have user. Okay. After users, you have to create here. You got into the user and created. Got it right? You have to create here, not here. You have created inside user. Got that right? Okay, no problem. Yeah, it's good. Like for everyone, it is a learning. Like you do like this, it's a learning. You have to create here. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, delete that folder. Correct. No problem, you can delete later, you create here a new one, that's all. The completed file, I think it is opened, something is opened, maybe it's not. Just see that folder is opened. Close the folders, yeah, close all the things, then only you can delete. It's better you delete, I don't want any conflict. Delete. Yeah, that's it. So now you create after users. Users is already there, just you have to that Fetus Jessilane Joseph, some name is there. I can send you, if you can copy through the chat, just that name. Yeah, after that, documents. Copy pasting, just copy paste, that is okay, whatever way is fine. Application, after application, Spark, it's application, no S. After that, Spark, S capital. And create that pyspark data. Just yeah, see in the docker.yaml file. Yeah, all are small dash data. Yeah. So in the Spark, keep docker.yaml file, not here in the Spark. Because I see in my 1 minute where I have kept, if I open, I can see in the Spark. In pyspark data, I don't see that file. In Spark Docker Compose, yes. So everyone, please do it parallelly, so that here only we can just complete. I have done all, run the file, Docker Compose up. Yeah, after the third thing, Now you are not getting that issue, Tejasri. Is that issue solved, that WSL, or it's still coming? Okay. After that, run the command docker compose up. You have to go to the Spark in the command prompt, and from there docker compose up. Yeah, correct. Let us see our, like, whether that issue gets ignored. Uh, just give. You have to give the permission. Did you give the permission? Means for everything. The for every folder did yeah, that also you give security. Okay, now go to the command prompt, do the same. I think you have already opened, just close this, one more is opened at the bottom, just open that only, because you already have that. Just put, yeah, arrow, even if you put that arrow, up arrow, it will come. However is comfortable. You have to do CD first. Okay, enter. It's okay. Enter off. No problem. Just do enter. Now do CD space and paste it. Change directory. That CD. Just type CD space. Yeah. Enter. Okay. Now do that docker dash compose up, which I had given you, so I can pass you again. It's here only, docker compose up, this command. If everything is fine in your docker, yeah, just run. In your docker, the Spark image gets attached. No configurable file provided. What does that mean now? Okay. Docker compose file is kept, right, in the Spark only. Just check. That is what it's. No, it's not there. Yeah. Keep in Spark only. That's what it is trying to pick, that file, and it's told no. Okay. So everyone understand the error. Okay. Yeah. Just run the same command, docker dash compose up. Now because of that command, that Spark image has to be installed in your Jupyter, which one, docker. Just run that command again. So with that, what will happen? So it's very easy. You are done. If okay, now error may include, what is that error during connect? This error may indicate that the docker daemon is not running. Okay, so just open the docker. The system cannot find the, I think some issue with the docker now. I think because of that WSL. So we have to fix that WSL, whatever WSL is coming, right? I'd also got like, just copy paste that in the chat GPT, what is this error. I had done this like 2 months back. I've forgotten, like I had installed some fixing. Even I had got WSL error. Maybe I restarted or something I did. uh, more than this, yeah, just try this. I just want you to open. Okay, let me. Okay, just send me, open the Docker, send me that error also. Let me check. Mm. Problem, the error indicates that you are seeing the problem to connect to the Docker. There are few possible reasons for this error. Okay, verify the Docker socket, restart the Docker, check the Docker daemon issue, check the file. So it's directly telling Docker as an issue. Okay, so yeah, this error you send me, just copy paste and send me. I'll just check in the chat GPT. It's an issue of Docker now. Can't you copy paste? I will only just see WSL error. Okay. Okay. Please try shutting WSL. It's telling please try shutting WSL shutdown or rebooting your, if not sufficient, may need to reinstall WSL issue in Docker. WSL issue in Docker. Sorry, I have to paste here. Anyone is able to successfully install? Okay, WSL Docker setting. Go to setting general and make sure based engine is, I think, open chat GPT someone. There they are telling the troubleshooting. I think you have to go to setting general. Yeah, better. It's better you learn all these things. That is how, that's the beauty of data engineer. Every project for us, it will be new. Okay, Docker we don't work, but still we are using. So what I typed was, I just typed WSL issue in Docker, something I typed. Yeah, I've just given that, right? Just WSL issue error in Docker, whatever. Yeah. So it says like you have to go to some general setting and do the changes. So if you see, go see the fifth point, at least fifth point. In the Docker desktop, go to setting general and ensure that use the WSL2 based engine. So try that, open the Docker, there will be some settings in the Docker. Open your Docker. Yeah. We have to fix this WSL error. That's what it's telling. So at the top you will see, right, that icon, that is a setting icon. Blue bar after the search. Yeah. After the, yeah, there is a, open that. Top blue icon. That setting icon is there, right? Just before sign in. Just before sign in, just before that, about top, before blue bar, right hand side. Yeah, here what you can read and understand. They have told what. Go to the, what they have told. Use WSL based engine. Okay, and next is add the, that is not required. Add the Docker internal name to host. Let us resolve. I think only then you can apply. I think so. WSL provides better performance. Okay. Let us resolve name DNS names both the host. Okay. Can you Yeah. Is there something to save or that one? Let me see my Docker. Okay, if I go to the setting, if I go to the, I have used only WSL based engine. I have selected WSL. 1 minute, just be there. I'll check mine also. Integrated is there. Use WSL. That's it. That's it. I have done. Now see if is it something we have to apply. Now just close and reopen. Yeah, I think that is the thing they have told. Remaining are uh, restart. Sometimes restarting instance you can restart WSL using PowerShell command. Restart service. I think one is we had selected that. Now try to close and reopen that. Now close the Docker and reopen. Now reopen the Docker. I think just see the settings. Is it selected? Just run that command now. We didn't see the WSL error, right? Or it has to be started. This Docker engine. Click Docker engine on the left side tab. Docker engine. Okay, builder, Kubernetes, general. Configure the Docker daemon by using. No, we can't do that. Okay. Okay, configure the Docker daemon by typing Docker daemon. This can prevent Docker from starting. No, this and all we need not to touch. That becomes some other. Is that error coming now? WSL error? We are not getting that WSL. Just run the command in your command prompt. Yeah. No, the Docker dash compose up is there, right? Just run that. Okay, same error. Docker daemon is not running. Okay. The system cannot find the file specified. Okay, it's a Docker thing. Issue is 1 minute. If I see my Docker engine, resource general, I'm just trying to see. So images, container, this volumes. So even you are getting the same issue, Tejasri. So okay, just try to restart. Okay, you have to open powers. This has to, we have to see. It takes some time. Maybe after the class I'll sit with one laptop and try to figure it out. Okay, delete. This is a Docker issue. Why reset to factory defaults? Yeah, just extension failed to fetch extensions. An unexpected error was encountered while executing WSL. Please try shutting or rebooting if not sufficient. Maybe reinstalled fully. Uninstall and reinstall Docker desktop. Just try that. Just uninstall and reinstall. Not uninstall it. That's what it has told at the last way. No, first uninstall. Did you uninstall? Go to control panel. Not deleting. You have to uninstall. Still right click. There will be uninstall. Yeah, uninstall. Okay, now now Google it. Docker desktop or okay, it is tell us what will you use for whatever you just give. And yes, I think you have to close this because we have to just get that package, that's all. Close all these things. Others are not trying, only they are just seeing, so you've got ample amount of time to try. Uninstall. Okay, so in the Google just type Docker desktop to resolve for Windows to resolve the WSL issue. To resolve WSL error, whatever. See, many people are getting this. Okay, please try rebooting your computer. Need to be reinstalled fully. At last resort, try to uninstall or reinstall desktop. Okay, why don't you first install what is WSL? Just try to see WSL installation. Is there something called WSL installation? It is to do with your system. Just try installing. I think I am telling just WSL installation only. Forget about Docker. WSL 2 installation. It's coming Docker only. Okay, install Docker. Okay. WSL. I think first you have to install Docker. To that we have to install WSL install Windows. Okay. Uh, okay, first install Docker. Okay, after that we will try to install WSL install. Is there something WSL install? Just type WSL install for Dockers only. Just yeah, click that. What it is telling, latest version of Docker desktop for Windows open, follow the installation, start Docker desktop and start navigating to setup. For the general tab, use select. Okay, select that Docker desktop WSL2 backend on Windows, below, yeah. Do you have anything downloadable prerequisite? Go below prerequisite at minimum. No, go above. Above. Oh yeah, prerequisite, correct. At minimum version, but ideally the latest version. Avoid Docker desktop not working as a Windows 10 version. For more information, install WSL feature for detailed instruction. Okay, additionally with 1 minute, let me check from my end. WSL 2 installation on Windows. In Windows 10. How to install manual installation steps for system. 1 second, I am checking. Okay, see, just open this link. See, actually WSL is for system. Just open that link. They have just told WSL. Open that in the chat I have sent you. To install WSL2 on Windows 10, you need minimum whatever. You might be circuit reading this guide. Installing on OS built-in 2004.exe. So you actually in the command, go below. In the command prompt only you can install WSL. Yeah. Just go to the normal. Just close this window and reopen. New window. Just I have sent you. Type that wsl.exe.install. Okay, it is installing. Why Ubuntu is coming? So its full form is Windows Subsystem for Linux. It's a compatibility laying for running Linux library. Executables native on Windows. Means you need to install something Linux thing on Windows, because that will have internally all the commands in the Linux. So WSL is required. So while installing Windows, maybe we will not have this. Okay. Actually, there are two versions, WSL1 and WSL2. The second version was more advanced architecture. Okay, installation. Okay, let me type. On Windows. So after installing, actually we need WSL 2. After completing, you can do that next command, default version 2. So it's an idea. Why? Because the Spark internally, all the folder and all, if you know Linux, it uses the Linux, remove directory, create directory, not as a Windows. So Spark needs one OS to run. So in the Docker, there is a OS of Linux installed, that Spark is there, but the Docker does not have this WSL. This WSL is in the Windows. You will have a subsystem for Linux. So that is a issue. Press any key to continue. Okay, just enter that. The installation process for failed with exit code 1. Error. Okay. Why it failed, man? WSL.exe test install. So these things, it has to be figured out. Okay, so this is what troubleshooting. Okay. Is there some other command? Docker info WSL. Okay, I think, okay, please enable the virtual machine means that Docker, you have to install Docker. I think you have to install Docker, and parallelly after installing we have to run this. Let us try. Because we don't have any virtual thing, right? So others also please try. Okay, configuration, installing Docker, use WSA install. Yeah, correct. Add shortcut to desktop. Okay. Okay, just open Docker. Now it's showing the same issue. Because first step they have told is just reinstall the Docker. Run as administrator. Just second one. Now it is working. Accept. I think that starting. I think everyone should get like this. Docker engine has to run. Good. But what is this? Docker engine stopped. What is this? Skip. Let us see. That error you are not getting. You got something. That is the way at the beginning it comes. It is not even throwing error also right now. Oh, this same error you got. Okay. Just let us try our luck with that wsl.exe. Yeah, wsl.exe install. Try here running. The issue is same, WSL is missing, right? That's what it's trying to say. Already installed, launching, installing, this may take, okay. Failed with an error. Please enable virtual machine feature and ensure version for the information, okay. It is your operating system, BIOS. To ensure virtualization is enabled. Okay, see what it is telling is in your BIOS, virtualization should be enabled. You know that, right? If you open the BIOS at the starting, there will be an option to enable the virtualization. It is set off. Whenever you want to install your thing, when you restart, some command will come, right? BIOS command. I would try that. Their virtualization has to be enabled. Not here. Okay, you run this, but troubleshooting Windows. So don't see, one thing it is telling is, see when you restart, you know there is a one BIOS command, it goes to the blue screen. Everyone knows that, right? There will be a command to enable the BIOS also. Virtual machine. It runs the virtual machine. There you would have offed the virtual machine. No, not here. This is completely this one. So it is telling the same. Just open that error. So if you read that error, why it came? Was it previous was uninstalled? Just open one. Open one. Okay. Close this and open one more when that has the same issue. Or same thing you opened last time or some other thing? Okay. Actually, that you don't get an error, right? One more, you are not. What is this? If you are trying to install, no. No, one more we are not getting an error, right? This is getting WSL error. One more Docker desktop, what you have? Is it showing an error? No. Yeah. Second one. See, that's what one more thing it's asking for BIOS. How to explain? Like you go, you when you restart, everyone is silent. I don't know. Like when you restart in your college days only, you would have gone to BIOS. In BIOS setting, whenever you installed a VMware, also you should have made VMware on there. One of the error what I am seeing is it is telling that your VMware is not on. That's why it's not happening. So you have to enable the VMware and try this. That is where I was asking you to go to the admin and take the help, or else it would be very difficult for me to explain all those things. For that, when you are restarting your system, you have to go to the blue screen. There will be some function F9 or something. Your laptop, if you Google your laptop model, it will how to enter to BIOS for this laptop model. Just Google it. Google it. How to enter to the BIOS for your laptop model, something you have to check for HP laptop, because turn off the computer, press the power button, then repeatedly press escape key until the startup menu, press F10 to enter to BIOS setup utility. Okay, now Google one more thing in one more tab, how to enable virtualization in BIOS. How to enable virtualization in Windows 10, whatever. Okay. Navigate to security, select, there will be virtualization technology and press enter. Choose enable and press enter. There will be something like virtualization technology. In the BIOS, you will see virtualization and press enter. That means you are letting your computer to allow one more OS to come into your system. That is what it is trying to say. I didn't do this. Maybe my laptop was enabled. I haven't checked it. That is what it's. First thing is, when you are restarting your system, you have to do that. Please enter to select yes. When you are in the BIOS mode, you have to select yes and boot into the Windows. That's what it is trying to say. Okay, how to enable, select that step by step. This is some other thing. Close it. Yeah, how to enable, go down BIOS, run the command prompt, enter the, okay, here also if your virtualization Windows sandbox can be used. No, when you are starting your system, you will enter the BIOS mode. That is there. Is it mandatory? I am checking. Wait, because I didn't do it. Maybe it was enabled for me. BIOS virtualization is it mandatory to set up BIOS in Windows 10? One minute, let me call one of the admin I have, whether he can help. Just be online. I'll just give him a call. Hey, I need a small help, man. I am in the middle of the class. Okay, the Docker, they are unable to install. They are getting some WSL error. We are doing some troubleshooting and all. We are trying to reboot, uninstall. the WSL error is not going. So from 2 hours I am just trying. So
WSL error.
yeah. That is some Windows Linux subsystem, that error. We uninstalled, we rebooted. So what's happening? I had also got, I don't know, somehow I troubleshooted. When you install, you will get that error.
Not sure regarding this one. You
Oh,
can send me a screenshot. Actually, I'm outside of now. You
oh,
can
okay,
send me a
okay.
screenshot. I can. Maybe in
Mm-hmm.
1 hour I will go back. I will just take a date.
Okay.
After that.
Or else what we will do is tomorrow sometime, maybe at 3 or sometime, if you can come into the class and we can fix it. If we show to one student, it will work
Okay.
for all the students. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Can you send a screenshot or the error?
Yeah, I'll share you the screenshot. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anyhow, he is out. Send me the screenshot. He told he will help me, and tomorrow I've asked him to come to the class only, so he can troubleshoot us. Because he is a DevOps guy, he know all these things. So, meantime, what is the error screenshot? Send that screenshot here. I'll save it when you open Docker. What error you are getting? So, no use of spending too much time. So I'll just send him the screenshot, let him look, and tomorrow if we can connect and clear these issues, that I think that is better. So send me the Docker screenshot, because it's purely installation and all. I am not into it, so it's taking much time. If it is my laptop, somehow I'll sit and do R&D and I'll fix. Others laptop, it will be difficult. Okay. Stop sharing and send that screenshot of error, like that WSL. WSL error. We're getting that, right? Send that. So I will send him, and tomorrow let him come. Somehow I've asked him to come to the session so that he can just interact. Yeah, because the main thing is you should start working. That's the primary important thing. Or else there is no point. Send me that screenshot. Open, send that screenshot first. Okay. Actually, I also got WSL error. I just did some small thing. I don't remember what I did. I should have documented, and later I told with IntelliB to pass that other way, through PyCharm way. They told they okay, and I don't know like what happened and all. I also just okay, I got this error. Let me straight away mail him right now. I should not forget later. And tomorrow somehow I'll just ask him to connect. Okay, alright. So now let us go ahead with the Spark rather than today's technical classes. So let me share the screen. That somehow we will try to figure it out. Okay. Did you guys try asking admins of IntelliB? That's what I am pushing. I don't know. I am not sure. But it's okay. My class, for me it's important that you guys know the things. Okay. Next time I'll document the error and all. For me also, like, yeah. Okay. So I've shared the screen. I hope like you can see the screen. So I have we had done other things. So I have different kind of PPTs. Let me open one of the PPT which is of Spark. Okay. So as you know, like I have given you something, but yeah, let us go through that. Hadoop versus Spark. Obviously, Hadoop we are not learning much. Okay, 1 second. I am getting a call from him only. Hello. ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀಯ? ಹಾಂ, ಬೀಗ ಇದೆ ಬಿಡು. ಹಾಂ, ನಿನಗಲ್ಲ. ಸರಿ ಸರಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಮುಂದೆ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸರಿ ಸರಿ, ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. Okay, all right. So, okay. So yeah, thanks. So I got the screenshots. I've shared both the screenshots. Okay. So we'll fix it. I had also got error. Yeah, we can fix it. Yeah. So we'll see that. But yeah, you got till there. Okay, it's just fixing that Docker and running that command, and you will get that notepad what we were running. So you need not to worry much. Okay. So Hadoop, obviously we are not learning. Teaching is not a big thing, but yeah, too much things in your head is waste of time, because companies have moved out of Hadoop and concentrating on the cloud technology today. And Spark was also part of Hadoop. Before Spark, people were doing the same Spark thing in the Hadoop, but Hadoop is a file system. File system means like all the data was saved in file. From the file, the intermediate calculation was happening. When you are moving to the files, means disk, hard disk, it is very slow. But Spark is in-memory operation. All these are very important in interview. Like in-memory means all your calculations will happen in the memory, RAM. RAMs are always faster, and to these days RAMs are cheaper also. Not like 10 years back, RAMs were very costly. Okay. So what is RDD? You already know. RDD means resilient distributed data set. In interview, they will definitely ask this type of theory questions. Why RDD? It is distributed, resilient, and you know difference between actions versus transformation. Already we discussed. Always Spark is lazy evaluation. It is very lazy. You do transformations like union, join. There are some more examples which we will be showing you. But yeah, union, joins, different kind of operations. Till you invoke action, it will not do any activity. When you do action, it's like you have exam tomorrow. Till then you will not study. Only when the exam date is announced, you will study one day before. Something like that. Transformation will not do anything. You write all the calculations, join, union operator, everything. But once you call action like count, sum, collect, show, then only this calculation will also happen, display will also happen. Running in cluster. So not everything I will cover. I'll see which are important for you. Data frames, you know, are tabular structures. Data frames API means a Pythonic way what we do. Obviously we are not working on streaming now. So map reduce I had already discussed for you, like map reduce, how it finally gives. Again, as I told, yeah, internally Spark also works like map reduce. It splits the data and reduces a particular thing, okay, and gives an output. So partition, sort, group. It is grouping. Can you see grouping? Grouping is a wide transformation. I have also see all whatever I am telling. Wide transformation, narrow transformation, map reduce. All these are very important in interview. You should have a crystal clear interview. In Spark, there might be 1 or 2 practical questions. There are 7-8 theory questions. That means you have obviously this one and AWS, more of architecture, more of internal thing. That is what you have to understand. Already you know SQL, how to do coding. Already you know Python, how to do coding. And Spark also we are learning. And when I come to AWS, it's a series of graphical user interface. You drag drop. But what is the use you drag drop if you don't know the internal architecture and why you are doing? So more of, and obviously in the interview, your AWS can never be practical. because it's a UI, they will ask theory questions. There is nothing of coding. They will ask, how can you design this? What is the best way to use that? So what is the difference between this, that? Okay, when Spark comes, 2, 3, those questions, they will ask SQL questions. Python is where they will screw you up, like asking logic, but these kind of things comes. So you already know the interview pattern. This is the interview pattern. I am already telling. Be smart to prepare for which section, the way you have to prepare. It's not like you only practice everything coding, then you don't know how to present. Okay, or only you know presenting, then you don't know how to do the coding. Okay, when you know SQL and Python, you can play all Spark, or you can play AWS. I have already spoken. Okay, so whenever you do group are called white transformation. I have spoken about shuffling. Lot of shuffling is happening. See, this is a beautiful diagram to dissect. What do you mean by shuffling? Group is never a narrow transformation. Narrow means one by one, map, filter and all. White transformation means with the partitions, lot of shuffle happens. See, this data will go here, this data will go. When lot of shuffle means different partition data will move like this. See the arrow, clumsy arrow from here to here. This is a costly operation. Costly operation means it will take lot of time. It's not so easy. It will take lot of time. Lot of time means lot of money. Okay. So finally you get the output. I need not to speak about this Hadoop thing, master and slave. So same thing. They are telling the difference. Here everything is this. Here in Spark, I will speak about this. Spark, we have couple of architecture. Don't worry. So always Spark will have a drivers. This is like a master. I told, right? First, you are the owner of the company. You do 1 project, 2 projects, 3 projects. After that, it's impossible to handle all the projects. You become a master. That means these are the workers, like an employee. You know, this employee is given one project. This employee is given 1 project. This employee is given 1 project. This master will have all the information. This project is given to this worker, this project to this worker. Tomorrow this guy leaves or fails. Immediately you can increase the cluster, or some of this work will go here. That is how the play will happen. Maybe this server is down. This data will not destroy. I have told everything is RDD, means from one action to one transformation to another transformation, new RDD gets created. If that action, maybe at the beginning you have done filter, next you are doing sorting. Sorting get destroyed, you have a filter. That means information doesn't lost. Even you are sorting, complete operation is there, it would have saved in 2 or 3 places. So data will never get destroyed, it would be saved somewhere. So that's the beauty. So always Spark driver, and you tell it as a worker. A data nodes is like a CPU. Again I'll speak more about this ecosystem. See, you can run Spark using R. There is one language called R, mainly used by data science. Now they are not using, now everyone is using Python. At the beginning they were using R. We were using Scala, Java and all. It directly need to write a RDD level of language. It's little bit difficult to write. Later they started using Python and SQL because many of the people know this. So these two are more easy, and Python, SQL both we will use because sometimes SQL can't do different activities. I already told, like for loop, lot of processing and all. Then we go with Pythonic way. When you have a not a complicated task, just you give a tabular and write simple select star, from where you go with a SQL way. So you know SQL and Python. So yeah, that is what the thing. This is again an important thing which I'll be showing you practically, where many people don't show this. They just show some of the, what to say, whatever the inputs we are doing, the query they show and output. This is where you will understand completely about your Spark history logs. We call this as Spark jobs, Spark history logs, where you will come to know how many jobs created, how many partitions happened, and it gets drilled down to job. First is job. Under job you will have stages. Under stages you will have task. Okay, so you can take task as this one. Can you see here? This is one task, this is one task, this is one task. Like that, you can see how many stages is there. In one job, you have 2 stages. In this job, you have only 1 stage. how many tasks you have. 40 tasks, 40 out of 40 completed. I can drill down. It has just given high level jobs. We can go to stages. Environment, executors. All these things are very, very important to understand the performance tuning. Basically, to do performance tuning, which job is taking how much time. I already told you, your spark gets distributed 100. I've just when I was working in like petabyte of data, some of the jobs were going 12 hours, 14 hours indefinitely. Without the history log, it was impossible to do any task. Okay, so this gives all this information. So we will see that. I'm just saying you high level, but we will see all these things. Okay, so simple example. This is a Scala. See here, this is a Scala. This is a PPTs which I am running. So it's nothing like you need to understand all the thing in PPT, but yeah, it's good. All these PPTs are given by a company CEOs, those people. So these are very good PPT. But in Scala, this is the language. You have arrows, val. It's slightly complicated. You have brackets, this like a Java. See, RDD is resilient distributed represent an immutable partition collection of that can be operated in parallel with failure recovery possibilities. This should be in your mind. I have told you many times this information. Okay. So example, they have given HDFS Hadoop thing. So I don't want to go to the Hadoop. So RDD, same thing. You will have the driver here. Driver means master. You have to give the task. You give that to the worker node. You also partition means hello, I am Python. That hello, I am Python get distributed into 3 workers. If you have 5 workers, you will have 5 workers. If you have 10 workers, that you can do the partition. There is a keyword called repartition coalesce, which I told you while doing last week. So you can increase the partition, but too many partition will give rise to skewness. Skewness means one worker node will have huge data, one more worker node will have less data. This is again dangerous. When you have 500, 600 nodes, this creates lot of issues. So you should also balance the partition. So all those are important. Okay. So yeah, I have a lot of PPTs, you will understand. Don't worry. All these are a Scala thing. Okay. So RDD operation, same thing. I am repeating again and again the same thing with different diagrams, different information. So it strikes your mind and keeps in your mind. So that these are the common questions. Transformations are there. See here, transformations. At the end you do actions. Same thing they have explained. Narrow dependency. I just told you. Narrow means one-to-one. Like filter you do, it does not have shuffle. It does not need the data from year to year, year to year. Okay. Union means direct. But when you do group by join and all, shuffling will happen. Lot of means part of the data. You know, group. One New York. New York is what? 101 department number is New York. Again, one more person is here. So it has to get all those data into a single place. So what it does is it does shuffling. Shuffling as soon as you do group by key. Group by key means dictionary, key and value pair. Okay. So I am able to speak like this because we have done lot of classes on dictionary, everything. So I can't go as a day one class how we started. Okay. You should be able to understand by this time. Group by key why we use when we have a dictionary kind of data. Joins. You know in SQL joins are there. So the join will happen. So next is directed acyclic graph. So how your data gets is all the operators in a job are used to construct the DAG, optimized by rearranging and combining operator. See here. So you do map, you do sort, something like this gets created internally. DAGs. Always you call it as a DAG. Means whenever you do any activity, any transformation, map is done. Again you do map. It does not update the data. You know it. It's a RDD. RDD, it creates a new RDD. Again next you do on this map, it does not do changes here. It creates one more RDD. So this RDDs becomes like a DAG. We call it as directed acyclic graph because it's not cyclic. You can't think it goes like this. It goes like this, it can't go back. You have sorted means next you do operation. After map, it does not go back here. You did map, again you do map, it does not do here. If it does here only updates, it becomes cyclic. Acyclic means it can't circle. That means after map, again you do map, it goes forward. Again you do, it's like a waterfall. Can you see here? It can't go up. They have called it as acyclic. One more way you can think as a waterfall. Once it goes from up to down, it can't go back. That is why they have made it acyclic. If it was able to update here, delete here, the name would have been directed cyclic graph. Acyclic means it can't do cycling. That means technically you already know. Any spark creates RDD, and next you do any operation, it does not do any update delete here. One more RDD gets created. That means something destroyed, you can go back to this previous version. Again, after you have done something saved, it creates one more CPU, 2 or 3 replicas it creates, you can get back. But worst case, you can go back to the previous thing. It's not like everything is lost. In short, some failure happens, some server failure happens. It's not like restart from here. So you can go back to previous version where you have done till here. Okay. So that is what you have to understand in simple way. Why we call it as directed acyclic graph? Any operation you do to the spark, it creates RDD. Whether you do mapping, whether you do union, joining, it does not update in the same RDD. So it is acyclic. It does not do in the same thing. And it's directed, means there is some direction. And it comes as a graph. That's what they have told it. The way, see, you have to understand this. To speak in whichever language you have understood. It's not like technically you have to speak in the same way. Maybe some technical keywords is there, but try to understand. Acyclic, you know, because it's not a cycle, there is a directed, and it also generates a new RDD whenever you do any operation, and it can't do cyclic, and yeah, you can get the data. It does not lose. So this is a good more information. What I was trying you to explain, asking you to imagine, they have given a good example, means good images. See, there is a storage, you do RDD, you do transformations, again RDD gets created, you do shuffle. See how it is, I need not to explain, like a direct, it can't go back, directed acyclic graph. This is what you do. Again, whatever you get from driver goes to the driver, final result. He is like a owner of the company. He will know all the information, what is happening. When you call action, all this will get triggered. Why? See, can you see the same thing happening in both the places? Have you observed? Why you tell me this? See, understand this. Spark is all about understanding. That's why I'm focusing more on these diagrams, examples, all these things. See, can you, if you observe, you can see RDD1. Here also maybe you think it as RDD2, whatever it is. You see the same ditto. Why? Can you tell me? Why? Because it is a partition. As soon as you do here, think it as two partitions. Same data, two partition, and same activity it is happening. That's why you have two partitions. And goes here as the final result. As you do partitions, same operations is executed on different kind of data. Got that right? Too much is not required, but yeah, good for you to understand. Okay. So it's not only perspective of for this for the training. I have told you all these are given by the company CEOs as I had attended lot of organized we will have seminars from the company. So when I attended, I got this PPT and I am showing you, and all are very good PPTs. So same thing, the more example, this is called shuffle. Why so many blocks? It partitions, it shuffles. Shuffle, group by will shuffle. Union is not shuffling. See here, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Map is not shuffling. So in the interview they might ask, which are the shuffle operation? Tell me. Already you know, map, union. You should always have that mental picture. See, our IT, computer science, sometimes it's not like physical, like mechanical, civil, or a doctor, where you see a body, see kidney, liver, everything, where you can see and understand. Many times you have to imagine. So the best way is have an architectural diagram. With the architectural diagram, you can see. Still you have to imagine. because lot of logical things happen. Whenever you are explaining, just have this imagination, this diagram in your mind, it becomes easy. Okay, shuffle means costly, group by shuffles, join shuffles, union map doesn't shuffle, filter does not shuffle. So they will ask you wide and narrow transformation. Wide means this one, group by, join or wide transformation. Narrow means one to one, map, filter, union or one to one, the same thing. Persistent cache, we can also do cache of the data. See what happens is, here only if you see the diagram, many times we will be doing the same operations multiple times. We need to save some calculation even in the cache. Okay, see these are the command what we have to give in the Spark configuration. Memory only, store in memory. Memory and disk, store some data in memory and disk. Some calculation you would have done, some joining you would have done. That joint data should be there in memory and disk. Okay, so don't worry too much on all the things. Memory also we can keep, memory and disk also we can keep. So I have a couple of PPTs, you will understand better. So job execution, I showed you at the beginning, right? Job execution. So anything we call it as a job. In Spark, anything we call it as a job. We'll see the user log. See here, at the beginning I showed job. Once you execute job, RDDs get created. After RDDs get created, stages. Can you see here, this is a RDD. 0, 1. This is a stage. Okay. One RDD has 2 stages. One more RDD has 1 stages. One stage will have so many tasks. Can you see here 40 tasks? I will show you this diagram. I have PPTs. Don't worry. But how much you are able to understand, understand. Inside DAX, if I open that, you will see executors, and driver. Driver, I have already told, it's a master. See here, in the interview, they will ask, explain your history logs. We call this as Spark jobs. Explain the Spark jobs. So you should accurately tell a job. I have couple of diagrams on this. You will get clear. Okay, don't worry. I will be repeating the same thing 5 to 6 or 7 to 8 times. By that time you will understand, and that means so many times I'll show you the different diagrams, and I'll also pass you these diagrams. Don't worry, because doing without understanding no use, and no one will give you a computer in the interview and do that. Do open Spark Labs without asking you question, what is this? No one will do. Okay. So this is for understanding. So any job, as soon as you create a job, lot of RDDs get created. Inside RDD there will be a stages. Stages will have a tasks. There will be lot of tasks happening for a particular stages, and we will have executors. Executors are something like, we can also give partitions. Like if you have 5 executors means 5 partitions, and driver is a master data where all the what are happenings to every stages, every task, this information would be there in the driver. So that is what job execution. RDDs, first RDD breaks, again DAG, everything we do DAG. So how RDD breaks they have showed, goes here, breaks here. There is a cluster manager, yarn and all, but once we go to the cloud, right, we need not to worry about cluster manager. When we were working on Hadoop, there were yarn cluster, different clusters, but don't worry right now. While we use glue, all those things, it is internally, cloud will internally take care of it. So you need not to worry about this. See here, executors. Okay, so don't worry about this. As this PPT also speaks about Hadoop, that's why you have all the Hadoop oriented thing. So I don't want to go. See here, what does driver keeps? See, program it keeps. See here, any start of your Spark will start from what? Spark driver, Spark context. Did you remember? We had done all our examples, Spark session, Spark contest dot builder to call anything, Spark contest dot create create data frame. If you see our last week, whatever practical we have done, we have used this. That means anything, it has to start with Spark context, Spark session, everything. So driver will keep all this information, this Spark context, what happens to your RDD, what happens to the scheduler, task, everything. Okay. So this one, same thing. Node means worker task, CPU. Here you will have all this task. I just spoke about node and task. Inside every node you will have executor, you will have cache. You want to work on cache, you can put that cache, memory on cache, so that data would store in cache. Okay. So all this I'll give you. So it would be more informative for you to speak. See, driver program will have Spark context. That is the entry of the program. Spark context, Spark session, builder, all this will be in the driver program. Okay, so cluster manager, don't worry. Our cloud computing manages this. Previously when we were working on Adobe, we need to manage this. Now need not to worry. Okay, node, it's like a partition. If you give 3 partitions, it is n partition. 3 partition, 1, 2, 3 partition. One partition will have node. Node means a CPU. It goes to one CPU. CPU will have executors. Like how many CPU, cache, task. There will be a couple of tasks happening. Also, what happens? Your Spark will have JVM. See, Java is so beautiful. Okay, this I don't want to speak now. I'll speak some other day because this is also very important. I need a more time to explain this. I don't want to go to Java, virtual memory, all this heap memory. This will take one more session on this, not today. So yeah, I remember this. So all these are important for you only for interview purpose. While working, you will not use. But for me, more than coding, I'll use these kind of things, because for me, how the task would be, like they will be spending $50,000, $60,000 in 1 month. They will tell me and ask me to reduce to $35,000. So for me, understanding all these things become very important. How much memory is partitioned to execution, storage. Okay, what is the fraction memory? Can we increase this? JVM. You have a lot of unused garbage collection. Clear that garbage. You are not using reserved memory. So this becomes important for a higher level, not for you 1 year, 5 year, not even 7 year, 8 year they will ask. And many people who are asking in the interview, they will not know this. But for me, I will have more questions on this as an architect and all. They will be asking more on this, more than coding. Like whatever I was doing yesterday, no one will ask me write a code to do the case for me, write a code to get an extra column, or what we did last week, different kind of expressions. So no one will give me, but for you they will give you. For me, these kind of questions would be there. But understanding this takes you one level higher. Okay, it's always good to grow in the career. And even in interviews, some people, if they know, they will definitely ask these questions. Okay, all right. So I don't want to do this. I'll not taking you Spark streaming. This again becomes another different topic altogether. Okay, I can take, but not required. We are not doing I told you there are different ways of loading data. Okay, I'd given you for Spark streaming that Uber example. Mainly if you are doing a real-time data activity, you have to do Spark streaming. Still in the AWS, I am planning to cover that. There are different types of loading of data. 2 types basically, loading of data. I have already taken this for you. One is batch loading, BATCH, batch loading. Batch loading means one after the other. Today's data will load tomorrow. Okay, so under batch you will have 2 things: full data loading, which we have already spoken. One more is full data loading, and one more is incremental data loading. Incremental data loading. Full data loading means people have never come to warehouse, now they want to come. All 5 years data you load. That is full data loading. Maybe from 2019 till 2023 31st December. Okay, you have done one time full data loading, and after this you have to do only 5 days is there. Okay, you think till 24. 1 minute, I am getting a call. Hello. ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ?
ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ಆಯ್ತು, ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲೇ, ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ತಿನ್ನು. ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್. 6ಗಾ 7ಗಾ?
6 to 7.
ಹಾಂ, ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚಾಟ್ಸ್ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗು. ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್. ಕಾಲಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಫ್. Okay, next is incremental data loading. So incremental data loading means, okay, we have loaded till 4th January. Now I just want to load Saturday's data, that is 5th January. This becomes incremental, 1 day or 10 day, however you decide. Jan 2024. Tomorrow what you will do, on 7th you will load 6th January, 1 day after the other. This becomes batch, after one after the other. This was good for couple of years, but today some of the very complex projects like Uber, Ola, I have already given the same example I am telling. They want to change the pricing for every 5-10 minutes based on the traffic. Every half an hour, 15 minutes they want to change. That time they go for live or streaming kind of data, streaming data. Okay, where they can ingest the data, analyze at a time. We will see this in the cloud. We will see one small example in this. Okay, so basically even in Spark we can do, they call it as Spark streaming, but we will try to do this using in the cloud with Kinesis example. Okay, so that is what Spark streaming. So I don't, and also Kafka is there, so I don't want to speak about all those things, because Kafka is again like 15-20 hours topic. That is completely different thing. So no, okay, neglect this. I told, right, data engineer means it's so vast. There are thousands of topics. How it becomes, no, based on the project, you will use 5 or 10 topics. Okay, maybe it's not like everything I know. I will know 3 topics. I'll start learning and implement that new things. Okay, there is something called UDI. Okay, I'm still thinking whether to include or not. There is something called UDI. Okay, why so many calls I'm getting? Okay, I'll pick it later. Okay. Okay, so you would have not heard only. So this has recently come. I have worked on one of the project for UDI. There is something called delta table. It's not something like I know everything. It's not something like I can teach everything. Okay, it comes based on the project. The problems in the project will be so much that we start researching. See, UDI was introduced by Uber only, I believe. Okay, because of a vast data. I was dealing in one of the project in petabytes of data, where it was very difficult to do update also, even using Spark, even using distributed system. Okay, so many calls. 1 minute. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, ಇದು ಕೆಂಪಯ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಟ್ರೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ
ಹೌದು.
ಸರ್, ಅದು ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ರೆಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸರ್.
ಯಾವ ರೆಸಿಪ್ಟ್?
ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್.
ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ರೆಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ದಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಅವತ್ತು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು.
ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಟ್ರೀ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಂತೆ. ಇದು 636373 ಈಗ ನಂಬರ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸರ್.
ಇದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಲಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ
ತಡಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ.
ನಿಮ್ದು
ಅದೇ ನಂಬರ್ಗಾ?
ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸರ್.
ಮಹೇಶ್ 63. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು 988 ನಂಬರ್ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್.
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಕೆಂಪಯ್ಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಳಿಸಿದೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವಾಗ್ಲೇ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ಈಗಲೇ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಔಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಸರ್, ಇದು ಆಫೀಸ್ ಫೋನು, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಇದೆ.
ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ?
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ದು. Hello. Okay, all right. So, okay. So, oh, one second, one second. ಹಲೋ.
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಹಾಂ, ಅದೇ ಅವ್ರ ಫೋನ್ ಎತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್?
ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ.
ನಾನು ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇವಾಗ, ಫೋನ್ ಎತ್ತಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎತ್ತೀನಿ.
ಒಟ್ನಾಗ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಈ ನಂಬರ್ಗೂ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ.
ಬೇಡ ಈ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಡ, ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್,
ಹಾಂ,
ನೋಡಿದೆ.
ಓಕೆ. Okay, so all right, yeah. So there are, what you have to understand is basically you have to be little bit smart. That's all. So there are many new things which comes when you are doing. So these are the fundamentals which you have to know, and they test your interview. No one will ask you OD because not all the projects use OD. Okay, there are challenges like petabyte of data, they use OD. Okay. So Databricks started delta table. Okay, so it also has the same purpose. I don't want to discuss. So whatever we are learning, whether it's Spark, SQL, Python, and whatever we learn on AWS, those are the basics which they ask. But in the project, out of some projects, as I told you, work SQL, Python, you work Spark. Sometimes something will come on a streaming. Sometime it comes, you have to use this framework. So you have to smartly learn those and implement. It takes some time, not immediately. Still you are at, even if you join, you are at the early career. So not to get scared, not to worry. And these can't be automated. You should be lucky to understand, no chat GPT or anything cannot take data engineer job. Even data science job models can be built, I have already told. So that way you have to feel lucky. And today there are huge number of openings on data engineer, because whatever you need the data to Power BI, then also you need data engineer. Okay, so you need the data to data science, then also you need Power BI. So any project, data engineer has become common. That means jobs are huge, a lot of jobs are there. However, technology also too much is there. So yeah, okay, all right. So let us continue. Spark data frame, already you know. Same thing, I need not to speak because it's a part of Hadoop. Okay, so we are not need to worry. Previously, before Redshift and all, we were using Hive. This is also good. You can query like SQL. Now when Spark SQL came, okay, we are using Spark SQL only. See here, we have done this. It's good. After doing, you are seeing an example. I have not showed you how to get the JSON data, all those things. We will see this example. How to get the CSV file, JSON file to our system. Okay, so you know this. Spark SQL, here they have given, okay, select star from, this way. Spark data frame. So what does data frame does? It creates a tabular structure. Show will show. Before that, it does not do anything. Okay. See, this is a Pythonic way. We will see this example. Data frame group by age, dot count, dot show. Okay, print schema will show the schema. We have seen. Dot select name shows. Okay. So Spark SQL. This is a Pythonic way. This is slightly, if you see what is this, this is not a SQL way. This is a Pythonic way. As soon as you get the data, you can directly do like this. Some people prefer Spark SQL way. If you want to get Spark SQL way, you have to do create or replace temp view. We have already done. They give some name, they do select star from where. Some projects, if you are comfortable. Many times I prefer this because whenever we start a project as an architect, I am the one who try to build the framework, architecture, everything. So I prefer this because I get more number of employees who know this. Even when the hiring, they know SQL. We train little bit and they know SQL. The complete project will be only be Spark SQL. Whenever there are complex tasks, I will take care to automate those things, or there will be someone who is particularly good in Python. So that means there are some projects where only SQL is required to work even in Spark. Okay, so there are different ways. So all these things, val is because val is, this is an example of Scala. In Scala we use val, but you can understand this to get the file. I have not still imported any file. I will show you this. But remaining, you know this. Can you know this? Struct field we did, struct type we did. Just remember, this is and all Scala syntax. But see the keyword. Okay. So this is just in Google trends they are told which they are using. Spark SQL, Python they are using highest. Okay, this was good information. I'll close this. What is the next thing? I was AWS error. Okay, yeah, Spark we saw. Spark. So this is AWS. I don't want to speak now. What is the next Spark? Big data we have already spoken. Okay, NoSQL also I have to speak, but let me see the Spark. Okay, Spark is here. Okay, Apache Spark internals. Let us see whether you will be able to, and not everything is required. I'll see whether too much internals is required. I'll skip if it is too much of I know like what is asked and all. So let us go through. So these are Hadoop thing, Spark thing. They are comparing Hadoop and Spark. Okay, see Spark, already you know Apache Spark. You can do Spark SQL, streaming we are not doing, machine learning we are not doing. Even the data science people want to learn Spark because whatever machine learning algorithm they need to do in Apache Spark only. Apart from that, they know the statistic model. Okay, Spark streaming. Okay. See, read, write, everything goes to the HDFS. It is a Hadoop when you are doing Hadoop. But in Spark, see here what happens. Where is Spark? They have not given. Everything is RDD. Yeah. RDD. Why HDFS? Because they are reading from Hadoop file system. It is also Hadoop file system like your folder. In Hadoop, all data is saved in Hadoop file system. If even through Spark you can read from Hadoop file system, which was happening till now, but now all the projects are moved to cloud. Previously they were doing this. So I don't want to confuse. I am seeing. See, Spark is faster thanks to the simplified data flow. Okay. This is mainly of internal of Spark. I am just checking. See here also you get some information. The main point in Spark is driver. And you know Spark driver means Spark master. As a client means you will submit your application, goes to the master. Master means driver, and executor I don't want to speak now. You can see workers. Okay, they are comparing with HDFS. I don't want to see. Just see the upper diagram. Worker you already know. So this is again I have already covered. Spark worker. Okay, how internally happens. Workers, inside worker. Every worker will give there will be a task, one task, second task and all. See file RDD. If there is error will come. Lifetime of a job in Spark. You know RDDs. How RDDs you create? Like this, RDD1 group by filter, RDD gets created, then RDDs are split in the DAG, like this. Shuffles will happen. Okay, forget about these things. Spark deployment, everything happens. I am repeating again and again because it has to strike to your mind. Tomorrow you see PPT, you all or read something you already know. Okay, anything in Spark, RDD, driver program, Spark contest, it goes to worker nodes. What does worker node will have? Task will have. Also it will have executors. Executors are like CPUs. I want to take a separate day all this topic, executor and all. If I go detailedly into that, I don't want to speak now because it will get confused. Then you will forget everything about whatever. Let us today understand only driver program, Spark context, Spark session, everything is same, whichever way you want to take. Previously they were telling context, now we call it as session. Okay, after that worker nodes is where this is like partition. Here they are giving like 4 partitions. You can have 100 partition. Your task goes 100. Okay. Worker nodes and executors. This goes more technical. That's why I don't want to. You can also calculate. See, you see as an architect, we calculate how many partition are there based on the executors. Okay, executors are like a CPUs. I can give 32 CPUs for one executor or 512 CPUs. There are different way of calculation. I'm still thinking whether to go to that deep. Let me see whether in the coming classes, because executors and all I need to explain in that way. Okay. So just see Spark. It will have JVM, executors. See, whenever you create executors and all, lot of garbage collection will happen. So that is cleaned by JVM, Java Virtual Machines. So sometimes your Spark will also be slow because lot of lot of errors, lot of garbage collection means you would have not closed the file. In Python we close the file, right? You would have not closed the file, resource would be open. You would have created something, it is not destroyed. So many things happen. You know, this resilient distributed data set, same thing, computation in RDDs here, lazily evaluated. Okay. Set of partitions. Okay, RDD is associated, dependency, Hadoop, I don't need. Same thing, narrow dependency. By this time, anyone, even in the in your dreams also you get this question, narrow dependency, wide dependency. You should know this. This is a good question. They will ask in interview. Can you explain narrow dependency, wide dependency? You should be able to explain. Anything in Spark breaks into RDD. RDDs can be whenever you do transformation, there are different types of transformation like map, filter, union, join, group by. Whenever you do this type of map, filter, union, there are narrow transformation because shuffling does not happen. Shuffling means it does not go to different RDD, different partition and get the data. Whenever you do wide transformation like group by join, shuffling happens and data has to be brought from different partitions. Okay, for this you can see a map reduce example where beautifully they have given how when you do group by, half data will be here for record number 1 with some name, record number with one name. So you bring it to a single partitions. So you see the example, the more clarity comes. That mental imagination you have to explain. I am just telling, see, if you observe the way I am teaching, you will understand. When it was Python and all, I never spoke anything theoretical. When I am coming here, mainly I am speaking theoretical. With this, if you are smart, you will know the way, pattern of interview questions. Okay, so please know the pattern of interview questions. Same thing they have explained here beautifully. Just know lazy evaluation. This is a good question. Why we call Spark as lazy evaluation? You should speak present well. Okay, provided in the interview, write this diagram. They will be very happy. Okay, I will be passing this PPT. Don't worry. You write this diagram. They will be very happy. This guy has the knowledge. That's all. Whatever I am telling, not every training institute they will teach. It's only because I have all this PPT. I have more knowledge, more information on all these things, and I am an architect. I can speak on this. Okay, but when you speak in the interview, okay, they will not even know all the thing. When you are speaking, they think that this guy has lot of knowledge. Okay, lot of knowledge. How a person will know, come to know lot of knowledge? When you are able to speak all these things. Spark, okay, transformations, immutable. So all whatever I have told, the same thing they have told, just you have to present it, that's all. Examples, map, flat map. I also asked you to give explanation for map, flat map, group by, reduce by key and all. Last week I have given a tabular. You don't do. I had also asked you the questions. Explain me with a PPT, Parquet, ORC, everything. I am still waiting for you. Someone will come next week or tomorrow. Sir, I can explain. So take that initiative. Oh, don't be an audience always. It's difficult. Okay, I don't need to get a job, you need to get a job. Okay, apply transformation, same thing, actions. See, saving the files, like save as text file. I will show you this example, save as. See, whenever you do for each, all those things, you have to go with a Pythonic way. You can't do with this. So that's what. Okay, so we'll see some more examples. I have practical classes, but let you know the idea about Spark. There are some examples. Can you see here? Maybe they have done through Scala and all. So just try to see. When sometimes if you have complex, here they have used if and all. So if and all I can't use with Spark. That time I'll go with Pythonic way. Storage level, you can store it in disk, memory, all those things. Okay. Understanding RDD operations. See, beautifully they have given. Okay, I want you to imagine. Means you need not to imagine now. Okay, see, RDDs. When you do map, what will happen? Map, you can give like this. Map, you'd give, and comma 1 you give. For everything 1 1 1 1 they assign. Okay, returns map RDD. Next, flat map you do. What happens with flat map? Flatten map by first applying to each element to flattening. Okay, so flat map, when you do like this, here flat map line you do hello hello hello, this is the beginning. First you have a data like this, hello world, welcome to Spark, hello abandon. What you do, you give a function map and you split. You know split is pure Python. Split, you have given space. What does split does? It splits the data. Hello separate, word separate, welcome separate, to separate, Spark separate, hello separate, again separate. Okay, I need not to show practically. This is a beautiful way of explaining. Okay, if I show practically also, you'll just see the output. See with the diagram. Okay, hello separate, word separate, welcome separate, to separate, Spark separate, hello separate again. With split and map. And with flat map, what happens? Flattening means what? It is completely separating single record. Hello, 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 3 is there. Hello, 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 welcome. Every single line. It is more flattening. Okay. Next is, okay, that's what they have just given you, map and flatten map. So you can know the difference between map and flat map. Map will just help to separate it by whatever split you have given, by splitted, you have by space. Flat map will more flatten, means it will separate the word in a single line. Hello, hello, separately. Then you give what? See here, here they have given previously. For the, again you map, give for every word 1 1 1. See, that's what they have done, 1 1 1. Next you do group by. When you do group by, there will be shuffles. Because this will be in one partition, this will be in one partition, one more allow in one partition. When you group, shuffling will happen. All these 3 allow will come in single place. Allow 3. Are you able to understand? Okay. Okay, it's good. Like I have a lot of PPTs. I think same thing they have done here. Can you see here? Flat map. Flattens. Then map. This is again Scala way. I am just explaining you. We are not worried about the coding. Okay. Reduce by key. See, group by key or reduce by key. Calls. 1 minute. I am getting a call from that admin. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Regarding that error,
Okay.
you might need to enable the virtualization from BIOS.
Oh, should, okay, I have to enable the BIOS, right? That is what.
In the BIOS, you might see some virtual
Yeah,
ID.
yeah, I know that. I told that to the students. Let me check with them today. Let them try that. If it is not getting, tomorrow we can connect with the students around 3 or 3:30. Okay. I told the students that to enable the BIOS. Let me tell them also, because I didn't do for my system. I think in my system it was already there. Okay, man. Thanks. I'll call you back.
Yeah, in some system it used to be enabled. In the older system it was disabled, so we have to manually enable it and do it.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks. Thanks. See, he is also telling the same thing. Enable the BIOS for the thing. Everyone try. I don't know about others. Like there were 8-9 people. Others are not responding apart from 2 people. Okay. So some system the BIOS would be enabled. So you can see how to enable the BIOS. So if you go to the YouTube. So do this today. If it's still not working, I have asked him to connect. How to enable the BIOS. You have to give your laptop ID also. BIOS option in HP laptop, whatever, the model number and all. See here you get the blue screen, something like this. So I don't know. See, when you are restarting your laptop, it will be in blue screen. So you have to get this screen. Okay, so you have to see here, there will be something virtualization. I'll show you here, wait. Enable virtualization in BIOS. Enable the virtualization machine platform feature. See, it has come. Just go to YouTube and do that. See, same thing he also told me now. Okay, just ask the students to enable the BIOS. What is this? This is an ad. I can scroll it. What is this? Fix virtual machine platform not working. You have beautiful this one. See, there are different ways where after enabling also you can do, but one more best way is at the beginning only, while you are starting the laptop. Okay, we will see here. See here, can you see here? You have to enable. Okay. See, this is virtual ID something. It depends if you have Intel or some other whatever, you have to enable. Just Google it, you will get lot of information how to enable. Also how to check in your laptop also, the way to do. Okay, so yeah, got it right. Please do that and confirm me. That is the issue, because if you see the error, that is what we were getting to enable the virtualization. So he is a DevOps admin, so he has told. Okay, just do that. Then only when he comes tomorrow, still it is happening. There are different ways to check. How to check in your Windows only whether you have enabled virtualization. I should also Google how to check in Windows whether virtualization is enabled. So to check if virtualization on your desktop, press Ctrl Shift Escape key. Ctrl Shift Escape key, it seems. Okay. Click on the Performance tab. Do I have Performance tab? open task manager. Okay, this is a task manager. Click on the performance tab. I'm not seeing performance tab. Okay, performance tab, and under CPU you will find information about virtualization. Under CPU, this is a okay. Under CPU, where is this is CPU. Under CPU you will find information about virtualization on your desktop. I'm not able to see. This is GPU1 NVIDIA GPU graphical processing unit. App history, startup. You just explore. First you can check in your system only whether virtualization is enabled. There are a lot of YouTube videos and all. Just try to check. Okay. And after that there is a way going to the BIOS and enabling. See CPU performance. Okay. Virtualization. Okay. CPU performance. See, can you see my virtualization is enabled? Just check now only, everyone. Can you see here virtualization is enabled? So maybe for you it will be disabled. That's why it's not working. When it is disabled, while starting the machine you have to enable. When it is enabled only it will work. Can you check, Avinash, in your Windows? Because we did in your system, right? And also you can also check Tejas. Yeah, just check now only, like where you have to go is you have to just Control Alt Escape tab. Go to Task Manager. Control Alt Escape tab you do. It is a Task Manager. What I did was Control Alt Escape tab. I did that? Control, what is this? Because yeah, it's always because at least you are able to show. I think it will work. It's not required to call him and waste his Sunday. Go to Task Manager here. Task Manager. Go to Task Manager here. Go to Performance. Okay. Go to Performance and see virtualization enabled. Everyone try to do. If you are virtualization, just in the search bar you type Task Manager. That's all. Just in the search type task. It will come. Below you have right search bar. Because for me it was enabled. I had installed other things also previously. That's why I didn't worry. This is the reason. Okay, so it has to be enabled. So for that, everyone check it. Okay, for that only you have to go to the BIOS and do it. There are a lot of YouTube videos how to go to BIOS while starting your system. It depends on everybody's system. Enable, have you tried installing only Docker? If it is enabled, try it. I think then you should not get an error. People who have disabled, Docker error is coming. Can someone install who has virtualization enabled just to ensure? Quickly try to install Docker desktop on Windows who has virtualization enabled. Okay, remaining people you have to do this BIOS virtualization. You have to go to BIOS only and enable that. You have lot of YouTube videos and all. Make sure to enable. Okay, so how to enable? Reboot your computer while the system is restarting from the black screen. Enter by pressing Alt key. Alt key is something when different system will have escape, F4 and all. With your model they would have given. If your model is HP 125 something, you Google what is the BIOS setting for this model. Okay, I have some model like okay, Dell Inspiron or whatever. Dell Inspiron. I have Dell Precision. Okay, Dell Precision. Okay, M4800. M4800 what? BIOS mode key. BIOS key. See here you got like this. Every model will have something. Okay. Set up by pressing F2 key. While restarting, if I just continuously press F2 key, for me it goes to the BIOS mode. In the BIOS mode, what you have to do, you just Google it. There will be somewhere virtualization you have to enable. That also in your phone, keep on checking so that when you go to the BIOS mode, you can't Google in your laptop. In the phone, you Google it. Okay, I have to go. There will be like this screen. Okay, BIOS screen. BIOS virtualization enable. So you will get a blue screen like this. So you can Google it and you have to enable that. Okay. See here virtualization enable, where to go, information configuration. So you can also Google and keep this information. So when you go to the BIOS mode, it will work. Getting right, everyone? This I think in your engineering and all you should have done. Actually in my 12th only I was doing this. Okay, I had like that time like we had a craze of assembling the desktop. So after that, actually after engineering I lost interest in assembling all these things. So that's why still I don't like all these things a lot. Okay, but yeah, this is what you have to do. It's not difficult. You have to go to BIOS. So BIOS setting, first only you will get the blue screen, but for mine it is telling F2 key while restarting. For you it might be escape, for you it might be F4. First only you check for your HP what is the model, what is the BIOS key, like this. When you check, it will come to know restart and know this where to enable. In the mobile phone you can have this blue screen and check. Okay, in information configuration, Intel virtualization technology. Maybe you are not Intel, some other thing will be there. It might not be in the same name. Okay, so okay, but it would be something called virtualization. Intel virtual technology or virtualization, whatever it is, it will be. I hope you guys got this. Okay. Virtualization technology enable. It would be disabled like this. You have to enable. That's what it is telling. Some system will be like this, disabled. System configuration, somewhere it will be there. Please do this. I think it will get installed. Intel virtualization technology enabled. I hope you got this. Please try this tomorrow because it's very important. Okay. Okay, we can meet tomorrow. Any doubts? Any doubts? This is important. Please try this. If you don't have any doubt, so we will connect tomorrow at the same time. Okay, so we have done a lot of things today to install. At least you have to try this. If it is disabled, it will not work. Okay. Okay, thank you.